This video is about compositions of functions. Okay, what is a composition? Okay, it has two different notations. It reads like this. F is composed of g of x, or F is composed of g of x. This notation right here you won't see too much of anymore. The book uses it, but we don't use it as much in traditional classrooms. What you see is f of g of x, and what that means is that you're taking the f function, but instead of just putting x in there, you're taking the whole g of x function and replacing it. Here's what I mean. Let me give you an example. If f of x is this, x plus 2, g of x is 4 minus x squared. Those are what they are. Okay? If I take the function of f of g of x, I take the g of x function, the whole thing, and I replace it wherever x is in the f function. So g goes into f. Always remember what is last goes into the first. So g goes into f. So if f is x plus 2, I have to replace the x with all of g. So I'm going to replace it with 4 minus x squared plus 2. All of this replaced where the x was in the original equation. And then I simplify it, guys. 4 minus x squared plus 2. Combine like terms. 4 plus 2 is 6 minus x squared. I can't do anything else. So that's the end of the story. Okay? But what I want you to get is I replaced x with a function. All right? Now on number 2, this time I'm taking the f of x function and putting it into the g of x. So I'm still replacing x, but this time I'm replacing it with f of x. So if g of x is 4 minus x squared, instead of putting x here, I'm going to replace it with f of x. Okay? So it will look like this. 4 minus f of x is x plus 2 squared. Alright? So notice what I did. I put the whole function in for x, but the equation says to square x, so I have to square whatever I put in there. Now, be careful. X plus 2 squared is not x squared plus 4. It is x plus 2 times x plus 2. So I do FOIL or box. And when I finish it, I have x squared plus 4x plus 4. That's what x plus 2 squared is. Okay? So now if I take what I have 4 minus all this multiplied out. X squared plus 4x plus 4. Now I need to simplify it. So think of this minus as a negative 1. I have to distribute. So I have 4 minus x squared minus 4x minus 4. Combine like terms. 4 minus 4 is 0. So all I have left is negative x squared minus 4x. Okay, remember putting the f of x function into the g. That's what I did on this example. Putting one function into another and simplifying. Alright, let's try some more. Look, we have new equations. F of x is x minus 3. G of x is 5 minus 2x. So my question now says g of f of 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the f equation, plug it into the g equation. Okay? So g equation says it's 5 minus 2x, right? But instead of x, I'm going to replace it with the f of x function. Okay, I replaced x with the f of x function. Now I'm going to simplify. So 5 minus 2x plus 6, and if I simplify that even further, 5 plus 6 is 11 minus 2x. Okay, so now I'm ready for the 2. Once I've done all this, then I substitute in a 2 for x. So 11 minus 2 times 2, this is 11 minus 4, so my answer is a 7. All right, look at example 4, f of g of 2. So now I'm taking the g function and I'm putting it into the f function. So the f function says x minus 3, right? Well, instead of x, I'm going to put in the g. 5 minus 2x. That's replacing the x in the original, minus 3. So this one said x minus 3, so I'm replacing x with g of x. Simplify. So 5 minus 2x minus 3 gives me 2 minus 2x. Now I substitute in 2 for x. So 2 minus 2 times 2, which is 2 minus 4. So I have a negative 2. So I want you to see something. G of f of 2 is 7. F of g of 2 is negative 2. So they are not the same thing. You got to be careful and you got to watch the process and be very careful and aware of what you're doing, making sure you're simplifying correctly and then plugging in the value they give you. Okay? Now, you try this one on your own and we'll see how you do when you get to class. Good luck and see you tomorrow.